Hey guys, how y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Lots by Q. Now I know it been a minute since you guys seen me. I know. Trust and believe I had to, sit and take a little vacation, and get my mind right. But look, now that I'm back, I'm coming with, a lot of different guests, a lot of good new topics. So today, the topic is going to be, us women, we're going to sit here and we're going to discuss a lot of, different topics that, that you guys may enjoy, a lot of topics that may, just interest us. And also could be a lot of topics that you could get some information from it too. You never know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let each guest introduce themselves. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
My name is Nicole.
I'm Bree.
I'm Maya.
All right, hey guys, welcome to Lots by Q. I really appreciate y'all for coming, and sitting on this segment with me. As y'all can see, the theme is going to be Valentine's. Hey, you never know, might be some juicy topics with that too. And also, it is Super Bowl weekend, so I think y'all for sitting out, taking time, during y'all busy week to come and sit on this couch and discuss a lot of topics with us.
Well,
So. Today's topics we're going to talk about co-parenting, we're going to talk about relationships, and we also going to talk about, just current events, the president, Diddy, right, things like that. Okay, so Samaya, I have a question for you. We're going to start off today with co-parenting. Now, look, everyone on this couch does have kids, with the exception of Bree, but hold up. She has bonus kids, okay? So she are able to tell us, both sides. Like, coming from, being married, meeting a guy, that have kids, starting off as the girlfriend and then becoming the wife. So, she could be able, to tell us a little insight on that. And, Samaya have kids and Nicole have kids. And of course, y'all know I have kids. So, it's going to be good. So with co-parenting, how do y'all feel about communication?
In co-parenting, communication is key. If you do not have good communication with that other parent, the co-parenting relationship cannot exist.
Okay. Ray, now what about you?
So I guess on my part with communication, it would be more so like communicating kind of what they talk about in a way.
The parents.
How they parent and how I can add on to that.
Okay, see? Good answer.
Okay, my kids are older,
Okay.
and when they were younger, it was very difficult for us because their father did not, understand that we're not together anymore.
Okay.
So it was very difficult, especially when they would spend time with him and they would have to come back home and they would cry because their dad was upset and all this nonsense here. But yeah, it was hard. I was glad when they got older, so they had to deal with their father on their own, and I didn't have to be in there anymore. So it was very difficult for us. But I have an extra son, and that was fine. That was perfect. It was him that was the problem for us.
Okay, so now with me, yes, communication, it plays a real big part into co-parenting. Because when parents are on like the opposite side, it could cause a lot of like confusion. And you guys know how to talk. It's a headache. So, I feel like communication, it plays a real big part on co-parenting. Now, what about if you and the parent are not on the same page?
Yes, it was hard. It was hard to do that, especially their school years and who's going to talk to the teachers and him telling my kids he didn't have to listen to my husband and whatnot. It was very difficult, if you're the stronger parent and you have somebody out there just feeding them nonsense.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, like, did you decide that you was going to be the bigger person in this co-parenting? Or, I mean, it's okay if you, decide to, like, as we would say, be petty and, I guess fight fire with fire. Or like, how did you overcome it? Or did you just was like, oh my God, Lord Jesus, just get me through this. Once my kids get older, then it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah, I had days like that I just wanted to like freak out, whatever. But for my children, I had to be the calm one.
Okay.
Yeah, and like she said, for her children, like for me, it's always about the kids. Like I grew up in a blended family, so I understand the importance of like not getting lost in like the drama and just focusing on the kids.
I think it could go both ways
Okay.
because I have dealt with both similar. I've had to be the bigger person,
Right.
but I've also had to give patience. I stopped doing it.
I was gonna say I don't think y'all get enough credit for single mothers. Don't get enough credit for just how y'all show up in so many ways that are unseen to children, like until we grow up and can understand. Because like I grew up in that situation of like looking out the blinds, waiting on my dad, him not being there, me being dressed up, my little book bag and all that stuff, and then him not coming. But my mom would always like take me to the park or do stuff to get my mind off of it. And now that I'm older, I understand, but it's just like they don't see the damage. I don't, that they're doing, or they don't care, or I don't know. But y'all do y'all thing.
Thank
you.
you. You got something? Maybe this could be with some of the fathers on the next topics. Like, okay, when they don't just focus on their child, meaning like the decision, they mad because of the decision that you made, or because you done moved on, or because you don't sleep with them. Now, that could fall back to something what Bree said. How do you approach a situation like that? And then you knowing that is the reason why. Because I see, I mean, it's not me, but I have seen and or I have known women who just be like, you know what, let me just go ahead and sleep with this guy so he could go ahead and be in my child life. Because I mean, sometimes us as mothers will try to do anything to keep our kids happy. But yeah, how do you guys feel about that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Once I walked out the door with the kids, it was over. We're not doing this. And plus, I got married. A year like after that, I was not. I couldn't do it.
Right.
That's playing games.
Right.
It's in what kids' minds. You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
you're playing games, you know, daddy here, then you're not. Absolutely not.
Right. Did I hear that, ladies?
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, cause I mean, she could speak on like how would you feel if you found out like your husband, sorry, but like if your husband or your boyfriend was doing this to the baby mother.
Well, for me, I've always set boundaries when it came to like the type of people I dated and stuff like that. I've always had friends that be like, "Oh, I'll never date a guy that has kids and stuff like that." Like I've never been that type of girl.
Okay.
I don't care if you have kids.
Right.
Like I ain't gonna date you if you got 6, 7, 17 now. We ain't doing that. But a little cool 1, 2, we can do that. But I've always been like, you need to be taking care of them.
Right.
You need to be there. You need to see them. Like, I'm not gonna let you be the type of man that doesn't be there for your children or anything like that. Like, so I don't think I would ever, never say never, but I don't think I would ever be in that situation because those aren't the type of men that I like or are attracted to. No.
Okay, hear that, ladies?
That's an ill for me.
You hear that, ladies?
For me, once the relationship is over and we are done, and there's no dibbling dabbling going back and forth. You want to sleep with me in order for you to see your child? No, that's not how that works. That's not how co-parenting works. It's not called mommy and daddy relationship and then co-parent on the side. Because then the co-parenting gets thrown out the window when you start sleeping with the mother or the father of your children. When you start sleeping with the mother or the father of your children, you got to think about it. Y'all are in the household together, but he's not helping you with the child.
Right.
It's almost like y'all are playing fake false family.
Right.
It never works like that.
You're there for the wrong reasons.
There for the wrong reasons. And then for me with my first child, her father tried to, but so much had happened. It was just like, no, that option wasn't even on the table.
Right.
Because once I was out of there, I'm out.
Right.
I'm not coming back. You either going to help me take care of the child, or you're not. But I'm not sleeping with you.
Right. I could definitely agree. Once we over, we over. I'm not being no side chick to my baby daddy.
Exactly.
That part.
First of all,
And then
how you look like going from a white
main- and
the main chick to a side
mother of the
chick?
child.
Like you gotta make it make sense.
Right.
Like we not
Yeah.
doing that.
But then you have some of those women that are like, ha ha, I still got my baby daddy.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would never.
No,
Because once you are engaging with and sleeping
Right.
with somebody else, I don't care if we was talking about getting back together
Right.
or
Right.
making the family work. Once you engage in somebody else, I want nothing else to do with you.
and I got my baby daddy. Yeah, I hope so. If he was taking care of the kids, like not far as like you sleeping with him, but
Right.
you saying I got my baby daddy, he's taking care of the kids. Part. So yeah.
I think that's also like when women be like, ha ha ha. I think that's just people who
Okay, go ahead.
are I think so. I think that people just be focused on the wrong things, honestly. Like they make it about the man.
Right.
And
Right.
it's like, yeah, it's about your relationship and the person you with and all that, but it's bigger than that, you know? It should still be about you.
Yeah, we not together for. I'm not about to go back there. Okay, I can't do it.
Okay, I guess yeah. Okay, so now child support. Do y'all think it's fair? How do y'all feel if you guys have joint custody? If y'all see like went to court and the judge gave y'all joint custody, do y'all feel okay, well what about if y'all didn't go to court and you guys have joint custody and y'all split it up? Here have them half, you have them half. And like how would y'all split that money up? Secondly, how would y'all feel if the parent decide to like maybe the summertime, maybe 3 months, or will try. If they live out of state, like will have the child for the summertime, do you think they still should pay child support? And what about if they give you guys money, just if
Not related to child support, just
not related to child support, just every day or something like that, cash app you $30, $40, $50, something like that. Or do y'all consider that as like child support? Or do y'all want it monthly? Go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I actually have one that's on child support.
Okay.
Right. When I put on child support, I was young. I was 18, maybe 19.
Mm-hmm.
I put him on child support because he wasn't helping. And my thinking back then was, you don't want to help and be here, you're going to help out some type of way because I didn't lay down and have this baby by myself. Me being 30 now, the child support is not worth it. It's not worth it because you're not getting the amount that you're supposed to get. And then even if they have them paying for a certain amount per month, you're not going to see that because if you get food stamps, if you get government assistance, if you get TANF, they're taking that money and they're repaying the government assistance that you got. So I really don't think that child support is worth it. It would be nice to say, yeah, let's come up with an agreement and you pay me this amount of money per month.
Right.
But then what if they have a month where it's just like, I don't feel like doing that? Then where does that leave you? So it's like, it's very iffy.
So it
like,
pretty
it's
much
very,
depends on the guy and the
yes,
situation.
it absolutely depends on
Okay.
the father. It absolutely
open.
depends on the
That's
father.
fair.
It depends on the relationship he has with his children. It depends on what type of man he is. Because I also have one that sends money every time he gets paid to help out. Even if he is sending that set amount of money, if I need anything for the kids, no questions asked. He's
Okay,
going to do
that's
for
fair.
them.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
My mom had my dad on child support forever. But my dad was, in the streets. So he has a couple of us around, you know what I'm saying? So he owed a lot. So when it comes to like being depending on the person or the guy,
Right.
I agree with that, because it's just like sometimes I feel like men do need to be on child support because they don't want to take care of their responsibilities. So if you don't want to pay your child support, then you're going to go to jail once you get to, that
Right.
far along. So if that is the only thing that's going to make you take care of your kids, like some people need that, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like now, if it's a man who's willing to do, and you can maybe make an agreement, but that's, a little iffy. But yeah, it's based on the person.
First topic out of the relationship is going to be red flags. I want each of y'all to list me 2 of y'all biggest red flags. Do y'all automatic, like on the first date, once y'all see these 2 red flags? I mean, well, if y'all see.
Well, now, because I've been in a relationship for like 10 years. Now, if I was to start back dating, I have so many red flags. Okay, respect is the biggest one.
Right.
And then integrity would be right there next to respect. And then cleanliness.
For real.
Cleanliness.
That's your red flag.
Yeah.
A woman like with their head on straight, who can hustle, who has business about herself and stuff like that. Like, that's not your time to be like, oh, big money. Like, match the energy. Don't make me feel like
I've been married for almost 20 years. So my red flag would be who they live with. If they still live with their mama,
My red flag is how they treat their mother. If they have kids, again, the parenting. And y'all know I'm a hairstylist, so y'all pretty much be independent.
1.
So when you first meet a guy, right, do y'all know from the door if it's just like going to be sexually, or do y'all know, like, you know what, I'm about to go ahead and let this guy go ahead and wipe me up? I know you could probably answer this question. Go ahead. What happened? Like, tell us, when you first met your husband.
So I'm gonna get y'all the tea. I'm gonna get you. So, me and Shaq met on Tinder.
Oh, look, y'all.
And yeah, it's crazy. But I had just moved here, and I'm not from here. I'm from Florida, so I was just kind of trying to, like meet, smoke with and stuff like that. So, when we matched, first of all, when you see pictures and you be like, oh, this might be a little too good to be true.
Right.
I thought he was maybe like a catfish or something like that. So when he messaged me and, we agreed to like, we're going to meet up at this time, blah, blah, blah. So when I seen him, and it's funny you said like from the door, because I seen him through the screen door, and I was like, oh my, like in my head I'm like, oh my god, like, oh my god, he's so fine. Like, I was like, I don't know, like I my initial thought was that it probably would be something sexual because
right.
of how he looked. Mm-hmm. And guys who usually are like that cute and stuff like that are usually like hoes and stuff. Right. But he literally, this is his couch. He was over there the whole night. Like, he did not sit next to me. He didn't. He just talked to me. We smoked and we talked. Like, so it was a shock to me. Like, it was really kind of confusing, honestly, because I'm like, dang, I expected something totally opposite. Right. Yeah. So, I would just say, like, don't judge a book by its cover, because if I would have went with what my first mind was, I wouldn't be here.
Okay, so, all right.
Yeah.
And so obviously mine was with to sexually at first, y'all.
Yeah, mine did.
Without saying it. But look, she holds on and look, show that ring, look. There you go, see? So you never know.
I was introduced to my husband through a coworker. And that's all I wanted was just, you know, I had just came out of a 10-year relationship. I wasn't about to jump into another one. But the moment I saw him, I was like, this is the man I'm going to marry.
Okay.
Yeah. So you never know. You never know.
Right. Live at first sight.
For me, let me start speaking into existence. My husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I met my husband, when I met him, so he will tell a different story. He'll say that we met 2 years prior, and I'm like, I don't even remember talking to you.
Why y'all should speaking in existence?
So, 2 years later, we met through one of my friends. Her man at the time, it was his best friend. We met through him, so I'm walking around the corner casually. He's like, I've been looking for you. I'm like, I don't know who you are. Keep on walking. Going in the house. And we end up hanging out that night. I got his number. I didn't text him immediately. And matter of fact, I think I forgot I had his number. So by the next time when they were talking, he's like, yeah, she never texts me. And I'm like, oh, damn, for them, you know. Text him. We hung out that night. And since that night, I said, yeah, he's going to be mine. Like, he's going to be mine. And the crazy part is I was his very first relationship.
Oh, wow.
He's never been with anyone. The first person, you know, he even brought home, first kids, all that. And so it was like, yeah.
Can I add on to that real fast?
Okay, go ahead.
Whenever you're done. Because I'm married, but my husband never wanted to be married. So for me, it's like, women, don't put a time on a man, or don't try to put an ultimatum or force somebody to do anything. If they're for you, they're for you. Or if they want to be with you, they know. Like, a man ain't dumb.
Right.
You know, like, men are dumb in their own ways, but they ain't stupid, you know, they ain't retarded, but they know what they want to do at the end of the day, like, especially if they're old enough and if they've been through certain things, they know.
Well, right now I'm not in a relationship. Now, in my younger days, now, I used to just look at guys like, yeah, that right there. Like, but now that I am older, I don't let that be like my main focus. It got to be something else besides that. I don't want to, like, just mess with somebody. I mean, just, you know, just to have sex with them. Not now.
Yeah,
like, I'm too old for that. Now you got to come with more than that. But like I said, in my younger days, yeah, I used to be like, okay, yeah, you right there. I already know I'm going to do it, you know, later. But nah, I can't do that now. All right, guys. So, what cheating? How do y'all feel about cheating? Now I know some of us would say, well, you know, if he cheat on me, you know, I'm going to leave him. Of course, I said it plenty of times, and yeah, that happened to me, and obviously I have stayed. So, and now that I have went through it, and again, my age is playing a major part in a lot of decision making that I'm doing now. Now, no, I know now I can say I'm not. But back then, when I used to say, you know, I wouldn't tolerate it, I did. So, what do y'all feel about cheating? Do y'all think y'all would tolerate it? Do y'all age, and do that plays a part in y'all decision making now that y'all would have changed, you know, maybe when y'all was younger? Or yeah?
So, immediately, no. No. In my younger years, I think it plays a part too, the parents that I have. And so, my mental is way ahead of my generation. It's not ahead of my generation, but my mental is way ahead of my generation. When I was younger, I had someone that cheated and I took him back and he kept cheating. So when I got out of that relationship, cheating is a done deal for me, because there's so many other things that come within a relationship. You got to look at the respect factor. How does he treat you? How does he treat the people that are around you? How does he treat your family? What does his integrity look like? How can he lead as a man? And when he can't lead, are you going to want to take over a ship if he falls short. Cheating, if you're cheating and you think that you're falling short on the ship and I'm going to pick up the slack, I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that. So cheating, it's a definite no for me. And then it's like, if I'm already willing to work with you on all these other things that you have to work on, and then cheating on top of that,
right?
No. And then it's like, you got to realize your self-worth.
Right.
You have to realize it. They're not cheating because you're too much. They need to go find less.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, no, cheating is no. It's enough for me.
I'm not going for it. For me, I like, it's a self-confidence thing, or know your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do too much. If you feel like you need to do more, and I'm such a person of like, you could tell me, like, I love you, but I'll be sad, but I'm not gonna trip out or make or ask you to stay. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go, do, or think you can find better, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't. And I've been the person that has before, but this was when I was younger. So I did cheat on somebody, and when they found out, it made me feel bad, for one, and it made me look at like, dang, that was a good person that I missed out on because I made a stupid decision. So, you know, when they say like, you don't know what's good until you lose it, that's kind of how I felt, and it made me look at things like, okay, you gotta appreciate people more. So, yeah.
Well, I was the cheater. This is not even funny. I was the cheater. I'm serious. I just, you know, somebody came checking for me and I went checking for them. You know, and I was doing it for like 6 months. And when he had found out that I was cheating on him, he had cut up all my clothes.
Oh wow! Okay.
I mean, I had nothing but the clothes on my back, and that was the price I had to pay for cheating. So no, cheating is not good. It's not good. I mean, for a whole year, he was just in my head, asking me to describe everything that I did. You know, it was horrible. It was horrible. No, cheating is not good.
Well, I mean, I could definitely be with you because, like I said, let me tell you something. In my younger days, yeah, I would have definitely, like, I had fun. You know, it was fun, you know, running. Look, I got a lot going on in my life. I ain't got time to be lying. And I'm too grown to be lying about where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Got to turn my phone off, got to flip the phone. I ain't got time for that. So I'm like, if I'm going to cheat, this is me personally. I'm just go break up with you or just get ghost.
It's like a hassle.
Yeah, it's a headache.
Sneaking around, you know, making sure you didn't leave nothing nowhere.
Yeah, that's just like too much. And then like somebody said, look, I'm heavy on my God, like, and all those spirits, look, I ain't about to have all those spirits transfer into me because I'm out here sleeping with God knows what. And then on top of that, he out here sleeping with God knows what. We ain't doing that. Just leave me alone and I'll just leave you alone. All right, guys, we're about to wrap this relationship up, the relationship topic up. What is y'all deal breaker? Like, yeah, like, you know,
Man.
What is your deal breaker?
Cleanliness. Cleanliness, and cheating. I cannot. Like, I know why my mother felt the way that she felt with having 3 kids back to back to back. We are all each a year apart.
Right.
And she stressed cleanliness. My grandfather was in the military, first of all. I can't. Having kids to clean up after all day long. It's like, you know what they do? I'll clean up. And then as soon as I go to clean their room, they go into the area that I cleaned up because it's clean. Why you want to come in here? Because it's clean. If you keep your area clean, you can stay in there. That's number one. Number two, the cheating. I can't do the cheating because there's so many other deal breakers.
Right.
Cheating, that's the biggest thing. If I'm willing to, and I believe I was just talking about this, if I'm willing to work on you with your attitude or your respect or how you treat me or how, you know, certain things like that, if I'm willing to work on you with that, and then you gonna go and cheat, you really playing with me, ain't you? You want me to, I don't like to say wake up the demon in me, because I'm a God soul. Don't turn me up. Please don't turn me up, because then it's gonna be
out
a
of pocket.
Don't make me get out of pocket. Don't test my patience. So yeah, that's a deal breaker. And you gotta have a job.
For real? Oh my God, for real. Jesus.
You gotta have one of them.
For real.
Cause
baby. Nah,
and it better be a good one,
Nah.
not something you just got on.
For real.
Not a job you got last week. I don't
For
want
real.
you working at the warehouse packaging the boxes for Amazon. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, maybe, but personally, I just want a career person or somebody who is a businessman, because I'm a trapper. If that's what you want to call it. I do hair, nails, and I've been doing all this since I was 16 years old. But that's the lifestyle I was raised in. Like, my daddy didn't have a 9-to-5. My siblings didn't have a 9-to-5, but we made money.
Right.
So it's just like, you know. But for me, a deal breaker is just anything that goes against like my loyalty or anything that's gonna make me question how I mess with you. And for me, like, my trust is really big because I don't give it to a lot of people, and like, I'm real weird on the word love because I only love a certain people.
Right.
I don't say that to everybody. So it's just like, for me, anything that makes me have to question you, that's kind of like my deal breaker. Like, don't do too much, you know? We could talk about it. I'm not a person that's like, but don't go too far.
Right.
That's my thing. Cheating, no. Nothing too crazy.
Being dirty
Cleanliness.
Right, she right back to that cleanliness. Y'all hear that, guys? She not playing.
No.
Somebody is not playing.
Yeah,
Wash your body.
Mine is liars. Don't lie to me just to be lying to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please just be
Serial liars.
just be honest.
Lying
you
for
know.
sport.
Mm-hmm.
Or just, wanting to be with me because you don't have any other place to go.
that using you because they know you a woman.
Right, and
Right.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's my deal breaker.
Well, mine is trust. Like, I already have trust issues, so I let people know from the beginning I have trust issues. So for me to open up to you, you already know that you're gonna have to be that special person, because I don't open up to anybody.
Everybody, exactly.
And when I do that, and I guess, like, let my guard down. If I let my guard down with you, and
Don't
take
push
that,
it.
don't play with me.
Don't
Like,
play with me. I'm
yeah,
telling you.
no, don't play with me. Cheating, y'all already know how I feel about cheating. We just not going to do it. Like, I'm just not going to. There's no excuse, because I'm letting you know from the door. Like, I'm not playing
dealing with
cheating. The lying, that comes with the trust.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you gotta lie to me for?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much like an easygoing person. Like, we can sit down and talk.
That's what I'm anything that
We
I
not
got
gonna talk about like you cheating, but
Right.
and like that just be out the door. But we could sit and talk about anything else. So you lying, like, we too grown for that.
Right.
Like, I'm dating a grown man, not a little boy. So if you gotta lie to me, that's we're not
Why are
doing
you
that.
lying? Because who's going to whoop your behind?
Yeah, like, come on, and jealousy, like,
Right.
I can't be with nobody who's jealous.
Right.
Whether jealous of financially, jealous of, my circle is kind of small. Everybody knows consists of my sisters. But I do have a lot of guy friends. And whoever I'm dealing with is going to be my guy friends. And they already gonna know from the door, if this is my circle of guy friends, I'm not sleeping with them. So we not about to do that. Like, where you going, what you doing? I do it here, so of course I'm gonna come across a lot of guys. I'm not going to sit here and question you, because we're going to have an understanding once we even get this far anyway. So And then back to Samaya, cleanliness.
Yes.
Like I'm not about to
Yes.
clean
I
up.
don't want to be picking up your drawers every
Yeah,
day.
behind the grown man.
Yes.
And then I'm not going to tell you how to be a man in a relationship. Like
Mhm.
I'm not. I got 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to raise a 3rd one.
Right.
So if I see that, you know, if I'm letting you know, like what, you know, my expectation
like.
relationship, like what I like, and then by you, if you really like me, you're going to like study me, you're going to know what I like and dislike. So I'm not going to like, okay, well, let's go out to eat or let's go, especially first dating, I'm ghosting.
Yeah.
Like we not going to be that. Do that.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And
But-
that's a different topic for a different day. But
Yeah.
what men don't understand is what you do, and you have boys. That's how you ultimately
Yeah,
raising your
it
boys.
is.
Don't make your boys be a headache for another.
For real. But you know what, somebody, we gonna hold that thought because you know what, guys? That is going to be another topic
Mhm.
for another day.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, ladies, you know what? I thank you.
You're
I think
welcome.
y'all
Thank you for having us.
Yes, I thank you guys.
Thank you.
And you know
you.
what? And I think the viewers go thank y'all too, because you know what? I think we're gonna have to do this again.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Thank you.
think the next time we do this, maybe have a couple guys on here,
Yeah,
and
so
wake it up.
we can do a woman versus men type thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And just see, you know, everybody share their little opinion and stuff.
Absolutely.
But I like this.
Absolutely.
I did too.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it.
Yes,
But-
very comfortable. You made us feel very
Yes.
comfortable. And we didn't even know each other.
It's like,
Right.
you know.
But you know what? Before we wrap this up, right? I know everybody, you know, doing your own little thing, you know, entrepreneurship, you know. So I want everybody, each and every one of y'all, you know, let everybody know how they could find you guys and, you know, real briefly tell everybody, you know, what else, you know, you guys do. What's that awesome?
Okay, you can find me on TikTok, always Nicole. That's Nicole with 2 C's, Niccole.
Okay, Nicole.
What you do, Nicole?
I work.
Look, she wanna be a TikTok influencer, so
Period.
go ahead, go follow her. Follow her for some followers, I'm telling you.
Well, I'm Bree. My personal Instagram is _23souls, SOLES. I'm a hairstylist. I'm a nail tech. I do teeth whitening and tooth gym.
Okay, y'all.
Yes, so get with me. I'm in the Atlanta area, and I also always travel to Florida. So book me. My hair page, my business page, period, is at A Touch of Bree, BRI.
All right, Bree.
Right now, it's Big Maya.
Okay, Big Maya.
You can find me on Instagram. I am Samaya Centel, and that's SAMAIYA
Mm-hmm.
CYNTEL __. I do hair, nails, makeup. I also have a podcast coming out. If y'all do not know, it's called Auntie on the Porch. And where'd I get that name
Okay,
from?
Auntie on the board.
Where'd I get that name from, Kim?
I don't know. No, that's another episode.
Where'd I get the name from,
Y'all
Kim?
about to get your own podcast.
That's a collab.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
collaboration.
of course.
And thank you so much for having us. I definitely appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
God brought us here together.
Yes,
Okay.
he did. All right, but you know
Yes.
what, guys? Look, thank you for tuning in. You know what? Check me out for another episode of Lots by Q. I told y'all never know what I'm gonna be talking about, who I'm gonna have sitting on this couch. But again, check me out. I'm gonna have all that information down below. See y'all next time. Love y'all. We out.